Hey, it's Brian with Aquascape, and it's that time of year again. It's 2014, the Chicago Flower and Garden Show, and it's crazy around here. We have 3 days left to finish what seems to be an enormous amount of work, but I wanted to give you guys a sneak peek and show you what we got behind me. So the first thing you're going to notice as soon as you enter our booth is a big custom-made sign that really promotes the collaborators of our booth. I'd like to take credit for it myself, but I can't do it without some terrific partners. So as you move through the booth, the first thing you're going to notice is our custom one-of-a-kind 4x6 foot pond. I love this pond because it shows exactly what you can do in a small space. This whole area takes up less than 15 feet by 15 feet with a neat babbling brook type stream that comes down into a small pond. As you move to the left, you're going to see this unbelievable fish tank table. This is supplied by SR Aquaristick in collaboration with Zero Edge Aquariums. This fish tank table is one of a kind and just awesome. You can see the Zero Edge, the water actually coming right over the top of this. Something nobody's ever seen before. If you look just past the fish tank table, you're going to see these neat gray stucco walls. The whole purpose of these stucco walls is to give us separation from the koi pond. So when you're in this area, you feel like you're in your own little room. As you continue to move through the booth, you're going to see a project that we worked on for a little bit of time. We've got a one-of-a-kind water table here. It's basically just a bunch of cedar 2x4s sandwiched together with a water trough coming through it. I know this thing's going to get us all kinds of attention, especially as the water comes and just disappears into the floor. Just to the right of that, you're going to see one of our patio ponds. We decided to do something a little different with this here. We simply spun it around backwards, pulled out the cord notch, and allowed water to spill out through that opening down into the floor. Going into, again, one of our little pondless basins. I can't wait to implement this in all kinds of different water features throughout the year. What a neat, affordable way to add a big, dramatic statement on any pond. So as you continue to go up this pathway, you're going to pass by some of our basalt columns sitting right over in here. People love it because they can see them in their backyard or their front yard right up next to their front door, and these things look incredible at night, so it's really easy for people to picture these in their backyard. You move a little farther through the booth and you're going to see our wishing well. Our wishing well really just promotes the Aquascape Foundation, a little bit of advertisement, a little bit of promotion, and a little bit of money to help their cause. Just across from the wishing well, you're going to see two of our stainless steel spillways. These again add that little mystery element, conversation. Where does that water go? How does it get started? Anytime you can generate conversation in your booth, you get that much more opportunity to get a lead. So as you come up the pathway, you enter onto this big circle deck. We've got this custom-built Japanese tea house done by Matthew James Carpentry that sits almost floating on the surface of the pond. The big circle deck overlooks what's going to be the largest pond Aquascapes has ever built at the flower show. We have a special rock that we had made, and flames are going to actually come out of it. If you look just past the flaming rock, you're going to see a rain chain that just kind of gives us this fire, wood, and water type thing going on in our pond. I love this view, and everybody that comes up to it says the same thing. This is awesome. So from here, what I was worried about is it getting really claustrophobic. Everybody was going to get in here, and then they would have to back out. So I gave them two options. You can either go down some stone steps or back out and go down a paver ramp that leads us to our final area over here. As you come in here, we've got a big patio that overlooks the Unilock fireplace. We've got a pondless waterfall over on my right, another one that's going to come on our left and kind of join into that. Of course, across the two pondless waterfalls, we did a bridge. As you go across this bridge, you're going to go back up into the tea house, which gives you a totally different perspective of that koi pond. As you come back out of the tea house, you're going to come into what we call our kid-only zone. You'll walk in through here. We have a tiny little pondless waterfall that the kids can play in over in here. There's going to be a rain chain that talks about sustainability and reusing rainwater. They can come inside the house. There's going to be all kinds of bug habitat ideas, microscopes and telescopes and identification charts. As you walk through this way, there's going to be a chicken coop over here with live chickens in it. We hope that parents realize that, hey, kids can have fun outside. They don't always have to play with video games. Look at how long they want to sit here and enjoy the outdoors. So I'm standing here, which will be the focal point of our entire booth. Right over in here, we've got a big 4-foot, 5-foot high waterfall that's going to come crashing down into a shallower koi pond in here. I've got two fish feeding areas from the outside aisle, which allows people to connect and interact with the fish without actually getting into our booth. We're also going to have koi cameras in here, which was all inspired by Jim Price too. Put some TVs out here and show people what it looks like to be a koi underwater. So I showed you just about everything. I left out a few things. Of course, I have the stacked slate urn in here. I've got aqua bowls or patio ponds scattered throughout the whole thing, which really touch on a different price point. The idea is to give everybody the option of the water garden lifestyle. So if we can do some features for $500 to $1,000, of course we want to show them that that's possible. But looking around, I know I've got a ton of work to do. So till next time, thanks for joining me and have a great 2014.